Hello everyone and welcome back to the 124th episode of Panther Talks.
Hello.
We are back once again and we do apologise that we had to take a week off. I've had a hectic couple of weeks. It's been good fun. But
It's always good fun.
Yeah, but this week we've got a lot to talk about. Originally it was going to be a week of just dedicated to Battlefield 6 and everything that was coming out about that. I played all of last weekend. I haven't played this weekend at all because I've been that busy. It's been a bit insane. But a lot has happened. A lot has come out to do with it. You've got everything from they eliminated over 330,000 cheating attempts in week one.
That's a little insane.
It's absolutely ludicrous. You've got the fact that Battlefield 6's anti-cheat prevents you and makes you uninstall Valorant to be able to play the game, which is hilarious to me.
I'm gonna be told about that.
Oh yeah, that one's fantastic. We've got a streamer who actually was caught cheating successfully, and people for some reason are defending him, which I'm struggling to understand. But here we are. And that was originally going to be our topics, talking about the game, the gameplay, how it actually is, whether it's a good game or not. And then, well, as the internet likes to do, and the world likes to do, it decided, you've not really got enough on your plate, and you've taken a week off, so how about we double it or nothing? So, Roblox banned a creator... You what, sorry?
Double it and give it to the next person.
I'd prefer, yeah. But instead, what actually happened, Roblox decided to ban a content creator for, well, getting paedophiles arrested on their platform. There's a lot going on with that. We'll be discussing that too. It's as I said, a lot went on. Valve, bloody hell, PayPal ended up stepping in and pretty much becoming unusable for many countries around the world on Steam, because Steam, all good fun. Subscription services like Xbox Game Pass turned developers into wage slaves, according to former PlayStation boss.
That's a statement.
Yeah, I know, right? And Stalker 2 says, to hell with it, let's just update our entire Unreal Engine implementation in new roadmap for the rest of the year. So, a lot happened in a short term, and, you know, I'm just really happy we don't talk politics, because we'd have even more. So,
I'll tell you something, right? I love me some Stalker 2 news.
oh,
If there's
same.
one good thing to take out of the bullshit you've just fucking said,
Yeah.
it's gotta be Stalker 2.
Yeah, that's my one saving grace this week. So let's get into this, shall we? So I'm going to show this clip. I've already showed Will a bit of it because we were kind of laughing at their expense, and I just will warn, this clip is so badly I don't get how Twitter works, man. The compression rate is horrific. But oh wait, is this the original? It still doesn't look very good. Oh, it looks a bit better. Oh, there we go. It's shit again. Oh, now it's good again. So
yeah, it's actually, you can actually see it now.
this is the clip. If you didn't understand what just happened, after shooting this bloke, all of a sudden...
Turns on a rock.
Now, there is one other possibility for this, and it's basically the fact, and I have to say this just to give complete clarity on the situation. Battlefield 6 added a new feature that you can use, where basically you can bind a keybind to immediately turn in one of 4 directions.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's a new feature. It's going to make it very difficult to figure out who the hell's aimbotting, I must admit.
I don't really understand why they would add something like that.
I genuinely couldn't tell you. They added a lot of features that I kind of questioned. But the one thing that gave me some faith that, yeah, there's definitely something wrong there, that was lined up pretty much perfect. And
I don't know if you realise, there's actually 2 guys over there.
Oh, yeah.
And I think he wasn't even aiming for the other guy first.
No. Gotta say that, I wish I had an LMG that had no recoil like that. Most of his guns, though, it's just...
Literally 0 recoil.
So, yeah. This is pretty much what was caught. after over 330,000. It's crazy what having good FPS can do for you. Okay, whatever you want to say.
What I
Everyone's
find
still
crazy
doubting me, Cope and
is
Steve.
even whether this guy's legit or not doesn't. I don't really care.
Yeah,
If he's cheating, I hope he gets banned. If he's not cheating, sure, whatever, mate. Good for you. So happy that you're willing to sweat so much. But what I find crazy is if he is cheating, and to people who are cheating,
yeah,
is the way they get on, the way they act.
yeah.
So if this guy is cheating and he's saying the things he's saying right now, when there's no actual like nothing proven, I just find it crazy that they get on like that and act like they're actually the best players and think they're so good. When at the end of the day, all it is a program in the background doing it for them.
Yeah.
They're not actually doing anything.
Oh,
Hell, it's not even like they created the program. They paid someone for it.
yeah. This is wall hacks. That's all it
Standard
is.
sort of stuff.
Yeah, it's basically just a box around a person.
Yep.
And aimbot just automatically links straight to them. That's it.
I have to say, no matter what game you play, if it's a player versus player game, you always come across cheaters at some point in your life.
Okay, yeah.
And I think playing against if when you have to fight a cheater because it happens, I think the best kind of cheater to fight against is someone with only wall hacks, because more often than not they absolutely suck.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just so funny to kill them and to think that these guys paid some random dude money for cheats on a game and they still can't even win.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, dude. I don't actually think these guys are cheating. If I remember correct, these are just locations you can get to by just pissing about in the map, and you can actually
Yeah, I've
just find
seen
old bricks.
a lot of that.
Yeah, I think it's really cool for a beta. To be honest, I'd actually really like it in the full game, but that's just me.
I don't know if you saw Spiffing Brit uploaded a video for Battlefield
I had did
showing
not
all the different stuff. He's basically doing it as a way to sort of get the
take the
devs'
piss.
attention on it.
That makes
But at the
sense.
same time, absolutely take the piss because I mean, let's be honest, that's like majority of what he does is
Yeah, it's
expert.
into his character.
Yeah.
So, it is straight up junk. Fan favourite mode Rush is going down like a lead balloon in the Battlefield 6 beta. I'm not surprised. Just to, before we actually progress a little here, I need to just mention at the fact, because I've been sending Will these videos all week of streamers saying constantly, it needs a battle royale. No, it doesn't. It needs a season pass. No, it doesn't.
No.
It needs a ranked mode. No, it doesn't. It doesn't need any of this
Like-
shit.
A game can exist just to be fun, you know. It doesn't have to be this sweat fest
Yeah.
where everyone is trying their hardest, like they're in a tournament where at the end they're gonna get a key to the city.
But I am hearing rumours that it might have a battle royale, and I'm afraid. I am very afraid.
That's gonna be one way to kill a game.
Oh, yeah. Not for the Call of Duty crowd, though. You know, those kids that pretty much just live on directly injected in adrenaline. Blah, 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 blah.
They just never let go of their spacebar, their crouch, their W key, or their left click.
Don't get me started. The amount of them that just turn around and go, oh, bad mechanics. Why? Because I died. Well, yeah, that's kind of part of the game. Oh dear. What have they done to my beautiful boy? Rush was one of the greatest modes of Battlefield's past. It's a total bust in Battlefield 6 beta. Its debut is going down so poorly with fans that Battlefield Studios should seriously consider going back to the drawing board. For a sect of Battlefield faithfuls who hopped aboard the Bad Company era Rush was it. Man, 2 MCOM sites, 75 attacker tickets, and 1 dynamic front line. It's essentially Battlefield's version of Counter-Strike's bomb mode, except with respawns and no singular bomb-turting VIP. In Rush, all attackers can plant the bomb. It's up to the defenders to play whack-a-mole until the reinforcements dry up. Rush was actually quite fun. I've got to admit, it is actually quite fun. The rules of Rush are unchanged in Battlefield 6 beta, but the format and maps feel all out of whack. Locked at 12v12, Battlefield 6 Rush lacks the sense of scale that that it had in Bad Company 2, and especially Battlefield 3 and 4, though the player limit is likely a consequence of its uncharacteristically cramped map layouts, which is what people have been complaining about, even though there are rumours that the other 3 maps that haven't been shown are the large-scale maps.
I mean, when you talk about Battlefield, the last thing I expect is to hear about is small maps.
Yeah.
Anytime I think of Battlefield, the main thing I think of is these huge maps, and more than likely something along the lines of 32 on a team.
Oh, yeah. Usually 64 by 64, and you get 128 players.
Yeah, which is insane to think about.
Oh, yeah.
It's just constant chaos.
It's amazing fun, really is. When it works, it's great.
When?
Yeah. It is straight up junk, wrote non-words mincer big sec. I've got no idea. In a top voted post on the Battlefield subreddit, I was really looking forward to playing Rush all day. Not anymore. This shit is not Rush. Added Dimension, Roth. They have fantastic naming schemes on Reddit, don't they? This feels like Search and Destroy from Call of Duty with bigger teams and rounds that change locations. The lower player count and lack of vehicles has ruined this game mode. You know, there was only one map I played last weekend that had vehicles in. Like, properly anyways. Two if you count, I actually no, maybe all 3 if you count the fact that they had tanks, but only one had helicopters and jets. So that was a bit weird.
I mean, at least they had them, I guess.
Oh, yeah. The consensus worst Rush map in the beta was the Iberian Offensive, which confusingly utilises only a central sliver of its city grid and 0 vehicles. There's so little space between MCOM sites that you can literally watch one site from the other. Worse is the defense spawns that spit you out so close to the action that attackers can set up in a window and spawn kill. So quite literally what they need to do is just go, oh, we're not going to add Rush for small maps, we'll just do it on the big maps. Done. It'll take them like...
It does sound like Call of Duty when you're talking about small maps and spawn killing. Because that's always an issue in Call of Duty.
I was playing Black Ops 6 the other day, and yeah.
Don't know why you were doing that.
Oh, yeah, like a good bit of pain occasionally, you know, just keeps the sensors working. The same is true for certain MCOM sites in Cairo and Empire State, leaving Liberation Peak as the sole beta map that plays like normal Rush. That's about the tenor you can expect online at the moment. But it's worth saying that this iteration of Rush isn't universally hated. Personally, it's my favourite mode in the beta so far. Maps are still too small, but the lower player count allows for more tactical gameplay and less of a clusterfuck everywhere. I suppose that's the thing, isn't it? Not everyone's going to bloody agree. Sidewinder makes a great observation there. It's possible this smaller take on Rush is a deliberate attempt to differentiate it from Breakthrough, the unofficial successor to Rush, introduced in Battlefield 1 that swaps bomb sites for conquest-like capture points. I actually quite like Breakthrough. I think it's really fun. Basically, the map as the attacker gets, the attacker and defender gets like cut up into 5, I think it's like 4 or 5 segments. And you've got to, as the attacker, take 2 of the objective points, or sometimes 1 in a rare case. And once both are taken, it'll then send you, allow you to kill off everyone in that area, and then you've got to attack the next 2 or next 1. But you only have limited tickets, whereas the defender's got unlimited tickets and got a time limit to hold these points for. It's really fun because it keeps you moving around the map, and obviously defenders can't retake once they've lost it, but it just sort of keeps that pace and keeps you focused and keeps you going. So it's really interesting. I really do like Breakthrough. I think it's a really well done game mode. It's something I'd actually like to see in other games, to be honest.
That's the important thing when it comes to a game series like Battlefield, when you've not got a whole lot you can change before you start sort of going away from what the game is.
Yeah.
So one of the more important things to focus on is game modes. And if it's just the same game modes game after game, it's not going to feel any different.
Yeah.
You're going to get bored as well.
Well, that's what everyone's after. They're wanting the same thing. It's kind of
I
a bit
mean, no,
bizarre.
you do both. You stick to your you know what works, so you make sure you add those first because people at the end of the day like what they know.
Hmm.
But then you still add in new stuff for those that want change. You gotta
Mix and
factor
match
in
it.
both sides.
Yeah. Big Fun Rush have always shared an awkward redundancy in the past. DICE generally favours the newer Breakthrough as its go-to linear objective mode, with Rush getting demoted to a specialty mode that sometimes isn't included at all at launch. Battlefield 5 didn't get it for a year. The instinct to tweak them is natural and reasonable, but is it possible to just not? I don't think the new Rush is irredeemable, but it was already really fun on a larger scale, and Breakthrough/Rush are already different enough to justify their own spots on a playlist. I suppose it depends on how you feel on it. They are similar, and some people will be a lot more for it, other people are going to be massively against it. So,
Yeah, I mean, I think if they just make a few changes, like you're gonna have COD players that also enjoy Battlefield but don't like the fact that the maps are so big that are gonna say that it's a great mode and all that because it's on smaller maps and it's
oh
more
yeah,
fast paced. And I think it's not necessarily a bad thing to have fast paced gameplay in a game like this because it's player versus player.
yeah,
Even on the large map when like the ones where you're like playing basically King of the Hill, when you get into that center part where you're capturing the point,
yeah,
it's gonna be fast paced because everyone's gonna be rushing in.
exactly that.
So it's not a bad thing, but it just sounds like they need to tweak a few things. Like me personally, if there was
Pretty much.
spawn killing was a possibility where you can't even react because by the time you actually properly respawn, a lot of the games your body is there a split second before you actually see it on your end,
Yeah,
which means you can't even fight back before you're already dead, and that just becomes impossible to play. And it's just I would just avoid that game mode entirely.
no, I get that. So, Battlefield 6 and Valorant's invasive anti-cheats are locked in a turf war.
So what's the deal with this? Are they like conflicting with each other or something?
Pretty much, yeah. As the actual violation pops up. Security violation. The application has failed to start due to a general software incompatibility. Please uninstall the conflicting software or adjust its settings. 118 Valorant.
So essentially, if I understand this correctly, are the anti-cheats checking each other to make
Yes.
sure it's not a cheat?
It's basically trying to replace the other in the kernel where it sits.
That's kind of funny.
Oh, it's hilarious to me because I don't really agree with kernel-based anti-cheat, but it is a lot better than anything we've got currently for keeping games secure. But at the same time, is that worth the risk?
Yeah, other than the fact that, if a kernel anti-cheat's been out long enough, then odds are people have bypassed it.
Yup,
Not
exactly.
not not pointing any specific games out at all.
Oh, not in the slightest. Why would you ever do such a thing?
No, no, no. We don't use examples here. Cue the montage.
Yeah, just me turning around and going, yeah, we don't do that, and then just a montage of me just turning around and constantly ranting about
Just like
Forspoken,
faded
things like
faded in
that.
the background.
Oh yeah,
And like echo and our voices from the previous episodes echoed, so it's like,
oh,
oh, that'd be funny. That'd be funny.
funny but terrifying.
Let's not
Going
go. Let's
through
not go there.
123 episodes of me just
Oh
ranting.
God,
Yeah,
you're talking like what, 150 hours?
easily, easily.
Good luck, sir.
No, thank you. The Battlefield 6 beta probably is running worse for you this time around. We'll follow up with additional updates. It was really impressive because I've not launched it since the 9th of August. I'm lazy. I'm not actually. I've just been very, very busy.
Sad times. It's
Dig a
another
hole.
Rory.
Dig a hole. He's got to go in it. No, you're not seeing things. It's glitching the system. Last weekend, I was pleasantly surprised by how well it ran. Yeah, because honestly, it ran so bloody well. Audio is one of the best things I can say about that game any day of the week.
I'm shocked at their recommended specs. Not their minimum, their recommended.
Yeah.
Because like recent releases is you can just go and look specification requirements.
Yeah.
on most recent games that are like big titles, the recommended specs are just insane.
Oh yeah.
Majority of them are basically guaranteeing you need a 40 series card and not a low end one.
Oh no. At
And
least like
yes,
it.
low end in terms of 40 series, not in general.
Yeah.
So let's be honest, even the lowest of the 40 series is still going to be better than a lot of what we have now because there's
Oh
just
yeah.
that much out there.
My 3080 Ti is standing up on its own, thankfully.
Oh, your 3080 Ti smashing, my friend. I wouldn't worry
Oh
too
yeah.
much.
No, I'm not. So basically, what the concern was here, from what I've read, is that during the second open beta, originally there was some glitch or bug that basically was causing the game to go from 144 hertz and above to 60 hertz and just cap there.
Hmm,
And the DLSS upscaling had completely stopped.
that's
Now,
strange.
yeah. So it turns out that this wasn't just like an individual issue. This is something that the team actually became aware of pretty quickly, and they were immediately onto working on it. So yeah, they followed up, and apparently the team has already shared when DLSS and DLAA will hopefully return to the beta. They already identified the root cause of the issue, and they were working to get it resolved and
I mean, at
active
least they
again
know
for the
what the
beta.
issue
Yeah,
is.
they literally updated the same day. You can't go wrong
Hmm.
at all there. So they found an issue, got it sorted, and got it fixed for the beta.
It's kind of what you expect, though. You know, this
Yeah,
massive title with a huge team behind it, with just basically infinite funding. You'd like to think that you're gonna come across these issues that are gonna get obviously massively reported, and they're gonna get fixed fairly quickly because that's what should happen. Minor things I wouldn't expect anytime soon because I'd be expecting them to focus on these big issues. Like, it's a real big difference to go from 144 frames to 60 because once you start playing on a higher frame rate
yeah,
with a higher refresh rate on your monitor, going back to 60 is like when you first went to PC to get 60 FPS and then try playing console afterwards with 30.
yeah. No, exactly
And
that.
only people who experience that will understand because it's because let's be honest, Roy, we're getting old. Anyone who comes to PC probably aren't going 60 FPS. Probably going higher.
Can you stop like calling out my age? I'm starting to get like
I'm old. I'm older
severely
than
hurt.
you.
I don't care. I'm starting to get hurt by these words.
This is how much times have changed because he used to make fun of me for being older. Then he changed to yelling at me because I'm only a couple months older. Now I've broken him down so much that he just cries.
I don't cry. I just get very irritated. I'm like an old man now. I get irritable easily. So
Sorry, what was you're a what man?
I'm like an old man. I get irritable
An
easily.
old man, huh?
Yeah. So, Roblox stock takes a huge hit. What a fucking shock considering they can't protect their main player base, which are kids.
Yeah.
You know, I massively agree with the Online Safety Act in every shape or form. But dear
What?
God, just apply it individually to Roblox for me. I'm fine with that. I have no issue with that. But, you know, somehow I've got a feeling Roblox won't actually have an issue.
Doubtful.
What's the terms
Sign up
of
and
use?
start having fun. Oh, we're
Yeah.
going this deep. We're going this deep.
Should be OSA.
It's right there at the bottom of the index. OSA annex.
Where's that?
Center of your screen.
Oh, that. For younger Robloxers, use technology and human moderators to check on content.
Check on content.
Yeah,
That's why
totally.
open public bathrooms exist.
Oh yeah, massively.
It's just fucking gross, man.
We take extra steps to remove and protect you from harmful content. For example, we check that images uploaded in experiences are appropriate. You clearly don't. If you are worried about anything you see on Roblox and you think it breaks our rules, you can report it. And if you need help, you should speak to an adult who can support you.
You're aiming this at kids. Kids don't like rules,
No.
and they don't care for them. Majority of the time, I doubt they even understand them because they've not cared about listening to the rules.
Oh,
Because
definitely.
again, they don't like rules.
So
I know
Roblox-
this because guess what? Once I was a kid.
Oh,
Crazy,
same.
right?
I can't remember much of it, but yeah, I know what you mean. Bastard.
It's not my fault you're getting old.
As the OSA refers to as priority illegal content, Roblox has to explain to users how we do this. This includes terrorism content, child sexual exploitation and abuse CSEA content, as well as other types of illegal content. You can click here to learn about all the measures we take. Okay, so what
Directs
measures
you immediately
do
to
you
illegal
take?
content and shows you videos as examples.
That'd be
Wait a
awful.
minute.
Right, so what is illegal content to them? Let's start with that. For text, we use techniques such as text filtering and keyword to basically figure out if something is illegal. If a user attempts to send a text that will be recognized by these methods, the text is filtered, preventing the other user from being exposed to the violative content.
It's because there's not very easy ways around
That's
that.
a new word. Yeah, I know, like, they started using shortening words for years, didn't they? I mean, think of how many words came up when we were younger just to get around filters. It was insane.
Yep.
For visual assets, including avatars and avatar accessories, we use a detection technique that involves taking photographs of 3D assets from multiple angles and flagging potentially harmful items for review. And it does that for every 3D asset, or does that have to be manually done?
I think anything it flags might have to be manually checked.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. For voice chat, we use automatic speech recognition to transcribe voice to text, and then use an in-house AI model to classify and detect violating language. This is done in real time, allowing us to take action such as temporarily suspending or banning users violating our community standards in voice chats on Roblox.
So what happens when someone has the slightest bit of an accent and it gets picked up incorrectly?
Oh, you mean like us whenever we're doing like the podcast and I go into YouTube's little, captions bit and it just pulls up random words that was never said. Or when we decided to do, we did that test, didn't we, in Google Meets ages ago.
Yeah.
And we just used the captions below us and it was just
was a mess.
Absolute jumble.
It was a mess.
So
bad.
I'd just like to say, if these are the methods they use, and they are completely, they believe full and wholeheartedly that this can protect people, and these automated systems will work and will help, yeah? So why is it someone's been able to get multiple paedophiles found and arrested? You know what I mean?
Why is it that Roblox has decided that instead of actually, going along with the idea and ensuring the safety of the platform even further, instead they've decided to take action against the guy doing some good?
Yeah. Sodlaw, beloved game platform, Roblox's stocks are way down after a bevy of controversies have hit the game, ranging from lawsuits to the game being banned in some regions. I didn't know about the bannings.
No, that's kind of crazy. Never in my days did I think I would hear that.
No. The massively popular game creation engine has welcomed millions of players into its wide array of fan-created games, with several seeing massive growth on the platform. Games like Grow a Garden and Blocks Fruits have yeah, I know, right? Take the game to new heights, with the former becoming one of Roblox's biggest successes ever. However, Roblox has recently found itself embroiled in some major controversy. What a surprise. Roblox and controversy.
Huh.
Do you know what's sad?
Mm-hmm.
Looking at this photo, if it wasn't for that character, that character, that character, and that character, I could easily believe that this is just a photo from Fortnite. You get what I mean though, don't you?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Roblox's popularity with younger audiences has always been a particular hot button issue throughout recent weeks for the fan favourite game. The state of Louisiana recently filed a lawsuit against Roblox and the Roblox Corporation, alleging that the developer has failed to properly protect children from online predators.
Which has just been proven, and the guy got banned for it. Makes sense.
The game also recently received another countrywide ban in one region of the world, with the country of Qatar restricting access to Roblox. Now Roblox's recent woes have had a major impact on game creation platform stock valuation. As reported by Yahoo Finance, shares of Roblox showed a massive decline in the value on Friday surrounding the game's recent controversies.
I forgot Yahoo existed.
I'm not shocked. It stays pretty quiet. Happily so.
I feel like you used to hear about it a lot though a while ago.
Yeah. Pretty much everyone had a Yahoo Mail account back then.
Yeah. I didn't even realize that I didn't even know that I'd forgotten, which I know is stupid, but you get where I'm going with that.
Oh yeah. Roblox's stocks saw a drop of more than 7% this week, with analysts highlighting the clash between Roblox's company policies and growing concerns about protecting children on the platform. The reason behind the stock's decline also cited the previously mentioned lawsuit, with California joining in on the lawsuit, with a reported 300 legal actions coming against the company.
Ouch.
Roblox has not made an official statement on the stock development, although it has commented on the Louisiana lawsuit. We might have to take a look at that. Roblox's recent woes have come off the back of some historic highs for the gaming platform earlier in the year. Do we care about their highs? Not really.
Nope.
Well, let's just say they got a peak concurrent user count of over 21 million players.
Yeah, that's insane.
I still remember that. The future of Roblox boasts a markedly more uncertain outlook than the positive growth the game has been seeing throughout the year. While many of Roblox's game experiences remain as popular as ever, the recent legal controversies have raised some major questions going forward about the ability to protect children on the platform. Roblox's CEO has also been the subject of criticism in some of his recent remarks, suggesting the platform should feature more adult-oriented experiences. Roblox fans can only hope the developer finds a way to navigate through this ongoing issues. Nice
Why would there be adult-oriented experiences when it's literally meant for kids?
Oh yeah, you know.
Kind of goes against the whole point of it.
Yeah. Putting the two together just makes the utmost sense. So, the state of Louisiana has filed a lawsuit against them for failure to protect kids from predatory behaviour.
I mean, a guy... Do you know how many he got, like, arrested?
I think about 8 or 9.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
the work of one guy.
The past month has not been particularly favourable, one for the gaming platform, which currently boasts an average daily user count of over 18 million, allowing visitors to both create and play games, and even earn a little money. Roblox seems like the ideal place for people to share their passion for virtual worlds. It's just another VR chat.
Duh.
At its base, Roblox is a free-to-play experience, and also has a rating system intended to increase its appeal to a younger player base. You know, as I just said, it's just another VR chat. I didn't expect for the first fucking sentence to just basically describe both the games at once.
Bright colours, flashy lights.
Yeah, pretty much. A tactic that has largely succeeded. Over 40% of the platform's users are preteen. Unfortunately, the other half of the user base includes an alarming number of child predators.
Alarming number.
Just gonna let that sit there for a few seconds.
An alarming number would be a few there. Like, yeah, that's alarming that they're there. But if one guy gets 8 or 9 banned, we're probably there's definitely dozens, if not hundreds.
Oh, definitely. The situation has gained so much tension, in fact, that To Catch a Predator's Chris Hansen is rumoured to be making a documentary about Roblox and its issue with child safety. That's no longer a rumour, that was confirmed yesterday.
That's crazy, bro. On fucking Roblox. What times are we living in, Rory?
That's a good question in itself, honestly, mate. It really is a good question in itself. I cannot tell you for a fact more than, like... Yeah, I just regret life at this point, you know? It's the way we are. Louisiana sues Roblox for failing to protect children. We already expected this, especially after that. So, on top of that, on August 14th, Louisiana Attorney General Liz Murrill filed a child protection lawsuit against Roblox for permitting and perpetuating an online environment in which child predators thrive. Fair statement. Specifically, the suit aims to protect the children of Louisiana, but it may have wider implications if successful. More than half of the player base, 56%, is aged 16 and below, and yet there is no minimum age to play the game, no age verification, and no need for parental permissions.
Because it's meant for kids.
Yeah, and yet the CEO is talking about making things more adult. Fuck off. And many people, including Louisiana state lawsuit, are calling out the CEO of Roblox Corporation for failing to act sufficiently to ensure kids' safety. CEO David Bazuki says the filing even encourages the development of games to attract adults, which shows a willingness to compromise safety, creating more dangerous circumstances for children. What are you even saying, dude?
I kind of wonder, like, surely they should have thought, oh, we're literally making a platform for kids to congregate. Like, shouldn't we put more security in place for certain people, we'll say?
You would hope so. You would hope so.
Like, I find it crazy that 50, it's only 56%, to be honest. I
Yeah.
feel like I thought it would have been higher than 56%. But I guess, half the world, less than half the world is probably kids. But I just feel like surely someone there would have thought, oh, guys, we're literally making a platform for kids. Maybe we should, think about filtering more stuff out. Getting more stuff flagged up,
Making
really
a
digging into
platform.
things to make sure, the kids are safe.
Yeah.
Seeing as that's the whole point.
Exactly. Oh, we're making a platform basically dedicated to kids. Maybe we should, I don't know, protect the kids? Nah, what you on about? That affects our bottom line. Let's not do that.
That's shitty.
An environment rife with neglect, where harmful content flourishes, predators thrive, and defendant repeatedly fails to act even in the face of widespread and urgent warnings. That's a quote. I don't know who it's from. They don't. This has led to multiple documented instances of children being groomed and even abused as a result of their interactions with predators while playing online. In July, a Des Moines, Iowa family filed suit against Roblox after their 13-year-old daughter was abducted and assaulted by a stranger she met playing the gaming platform. The girl had been playing Roblox since she was 8 years old, which her parents allowed because they believed it was safe. But the child...
Add quotation marks.
Yeah. But the child, with my air quotations there, she was chatting with and later agreed to meet up with, turned out to be a 37-year-old man named Martin Sandoval, who already had statutory assault charges pending against him in another state. Jesus Christ. Just a few days
Yeah,
before...
guys, the platform's safe.
Yeah, extremely so. Just a few days before Louisiana filed its lawsuit against the gaming company, the country of Qatar banned Roblox entirely, apparently for similar concerns. In July 2024, the country of Turkey did the same thing, and that ban is still in place.
There's actually already multiple bans in place.
Yeah. That country cited child safety and moral threats as a reason. Louisiana went even further, calling out specific games that are or were available on the platform, like Epstein Island and Diddy Party.
Jesus Christ.
Thus far, these legal moves by individuals and governments seem to have no discernible impact on Roblox, its popularity, or its developer motivation to implement stronger child safety measures, and the platform's stock value has continued to rise. So this was obviously just a bit before the other article that we read. So what's the impact been?
Quite a lot, considering like what it was up to there.
Not particularly. This is 6 months ago.
Oh damn! Well, they were obviously getting a massive rise there, considering it was
Yeah.
steady at 120, and then they were getting even higher, and now it's dropped again.
Over the last couple years, Oh, they had a massive rise there. So yeah, it's not really impacting them too much at the moment. We'll have to wait and see. What bastards? What absolute scumbags. Do you know what's really upsetting though? Because like a lot of us don't want the OSA to be a thing. Well, at least we don't want it to impact us as much as it is. I guess we should say.
Yeah.
This is a perfect reason though for the government to fall on and say, well, look, this is why we need the OSA.
But you know what though? With what's currently in effect, doesn't affect Roblox at all.
Yeah, pretty much. It's
so where it's needed, it's not being used.
Yeah.
And where it is, it needs to fuck off.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna be blatant and blunt.
Oh, no,
like, it is the most worthless use of money and time in the last fucking I don't know how long.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. The day before too. Everyone is skeptical about this survival game, promising a map 5 times the size of DayZ and 5,000 players per server. Shall we take a look at the trailer, Will?
The first one, he's gonna shit.
This isn't officially the day before 2. It's just what people think is going to be similar to what happened with the day before.
Okay. Sure, in theory, sounds great.
Yeah, in theory. But we've had so many of these games.
Do I need a 85,690 Ti Supermax Deluxe to run it?
Oh yeah, especially with that animation. Such good textures.
Very plain. Nice reaction to a giant behemoth monster screaming in your face.
Oh yeah, every time. Every time. Destruction physics for trees and rocks.
Yes!
Lagging deers. Why is it some things like
well, I just like...
Sorry, the deers were fucking behind them, so I continued it for a second. Why is it some things seem like they're at the right frame rate and the animation matches the frame rate they should be, but others seem like they're lagging behind the rest of the world?
They're just a bit slow in the head, alright? Oh look, prime sniper camping spot.
Oh yeah.
That's not how you kill a zombie.
No, not really. You gotta be stabbed in the head. Also, the audio mixing for this is horrific. The music is overpowering the everything else. It's horrific.
Doesn't sound great either.
No.
It's like the bloody music you have to listen to when you get put on hold.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that searching animation.
You know what? I want to know exactly what this music is so that I can put it in like every one of our episodes till we get another good game. Because it's basically just hold music. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll find out what this music is and we'll just put it in every episode until we get a good release.
Or copyright claim.
Oh yeah. Why not both?
I'm sorry, how many bullets to kill one zombie?
Right. 1 second.
The girl with buns just emptied her whole mag.
Look at this guy and this guy.
Yeah.
Both powerful guns, yeah?
Yeah.
Who did they kill in that time?
The girl's got her hair up in buns, just mag dumped and hit nothing, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yes, the national
carrying boxes. Let's go. Oh, how many people are carrying boxes?
Everyone, pick up your box.
So what, you're gonna come by, you're gonna go to like a little fucking house on the side of the road to loot it, and right round the corner there's gonna be 100-player Zerg.
What the fuck is that? Why the fuck's the bomb shiny?
The guns look so 2D.
Ah yes, poker.
Wait. Go to those cards.
Oh shit.
Go to the cards and just tell me what you notice.
Were they identical cards? They are. I mean, to be fair, in poker you do play with 2 decks.
Still.
Ah yes, sniping.
Yep. And that's all a game like this is going to be, is people camping with snipers.
Wow. Amazing. Look at his angry face.
Oh my god, that's like full PUBG looking, the way their fucking bodies are moving when they're getting shot.
What the fuck was that?
That was awful.
What is that?
Somebody cranked the gravity up to 500%. Zero recoil with an LMG, sure.
Work in progress game footage.
Yeah, there's the Zerg.
What about this is game footage to you? It looks like
everyone running
cinematics. This just looks like the start of any mobile game ever.
Ha!
What in the...
I'm sorry, how many players are meant to fit on that?
5,000.
So 5 times bigger than a DayZ map. What's the average, like, max pop for a DayZ map?
Don't worry, sir. I have an answer. So average pop
Oh.
for a DayZ answer. DayZ server map is usually actually it depends on the players on what they want to say. DayZ average server cap.
40 players is perfect. 60 players.
Yeah.
Right, and you think you basically can't go to any major area without encountering probably multiple people. Not just one, but multiple. And they're saying that it's going to be 5 times the size of DayZ, which, when you consider the increase in player size, that's just going to be unplayable.
You know how to read what each square on a map represents, don't you?
Yeah, the different grids.
Yeah, but you know what each square is.
I click.
Yes, kilometre in distance.
Yes.
So, this is the map. And it's very blurry, as you can tell, but this is the best we've got.
I see 23 from left to right there.
Yeah.
At the bottom. I'm sorry, hang on. I just actually realised, if at the bottom you see the numbers, and I'm presuming then the letters are going to be on the left, do they expect you to fucking point your finger in your monitor to bloody go up to where you are in the middle of the map?
As I said, mobile. As I said to you earlier, looks like I'm fucking mobile. Anyways, so apparently it's 1,200 kilometers squared. That's what they're claiming.
With like 25 grids. That doesn't sound like 1,200 kilometers to me.
Right, so let's see. 1,200 kilometers square, open world map. Epic generate 5,000 other players on a single server.
Okay, right. I play Rust. Actually, I don't even play the max pop servers. There's servers on Rust. There's like 1 or 2 servers that hold 1,000 players, right? And they struggle a lot. Like White Day, when everyone's spawning on the beach, that is like the laggiest shit you will ever see in a game.
Oh yeah.
How on earth who's releasing this? Do we even know them?
No.
Right, first game ever. Free. Oh no. Go back to the dev again. It says free.
Might just be where they've got it locked at the moment. No
I hope so, because if it's going to be a microtransaction hell, Jesus Christ. But we're talking about Facepunch, who have basically infinite money considering the amount of resources they generate.
Oh, they can fuck off.
Yeah, it's insane, right? And they're the official Facepunch servers. You play them, they are awful. Yeah, those specs are bullshit. But Facepunch's official servers are terrible. They are so laggy when it's like White Day. You want to tell me that this team that we have no idea who they are, unless they're under a different alias, which brings many funny thoughts to my mind of who they could be. But you want to tell me this supposedly brand new team are gonna be able to support servers of 5,000 players when there's games out there that have basically infinite money behind them that can't handle 600 players.
Hey, well, do you remember when you and me were pissing around in Unreal ages ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still want to do that, by the way.
Oh, so just like any of these assets look familiar to you, sir? Maybe the coal and stone collection into inventory.
What are you getting at here, Roy?
I don't know. No idea what I could be getting at.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is definitely in-game footage. Definitely in-game footage.
For sure.
Team up with other players. I don't really want to. I don't like people. I don't know if I've expressed like my hatred enough.
As if like seeing 40 and 60 man Zergs on Rust wasn't bad enough. Now we're going to see 400 and 600 man Zergs. In-app purchases. Yeah, so the game's going to be free, Roy. I can see it actually being free and it just being microtransaction hell with no gameplay. Like, on paper, like the actual sound of something like that would be like insane. I personally, I don't know if I would enjoy playing it all that much.
7 Days to Die the day before Origins.
Yeah. Like on paper, something like that sounds insane.
Oh, it sounds amazing.
I'm not sure if I would enjoy it. Like I would want to try it at some point, but I'm not sure. I doubt I would enjoy it very much. But imagine the footage you could see of something like that.
See, once again, it sounds amazing, but I'm not delusional enough to believe it.
No, it's not going to happen. 5,000 as well is so overambitious. There's not a word for it.
Yeah. Exactly, that's what I was thinking. It looks like another, like a fully realised version of those fake mobile survival game ads.
Yeah,
exactly that.
Pretty much. The
He's
fact that
spot on.
it's most likely gonna be free, because considering they've also said that there's gonna be in-app purchases.
Yeah.
Like, I no.
Asset Flip Simulator, the classic 17 FPS survival. Oh, yeah.
So it wasn't that things were out of sync, or it's just the fact that the frame rate was that goddamn low.
Fucking knew it. Yeah, I thought this next article would make you a bit happier. So Valve says Steam's performance monitor should now report GPU utilization more accurate than Task Manager in the latest beta. I thought that's always a good thing, considering how much you're, you know.
I'm more checking to make sure the temperature isn't fucking skyrocketing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm about to turn around and fry some eggs on my computer.
Hey, nothing wrong with frying an egg on your computer every now and again. Steam payment headaches grow as PayPal is no longer usable for much of the world. Valve hopes to bring it back in the future, but the timeline is uncertain. So, there's been rumours about what's going on with this, by the way.
Yeah.
So, the rumour is that PayPal decided not to get involved. Originally, with the whole collective shout bullshit.
Yeah.
And basically they turned around to their payment processors, who are MasterCard and Visa.
Yeah.
And MasterCard and Visa then were there like, oh, well, we don't want PayPal to be impacted. Hint, hint, where that went. These are just rumours, obviously. But the way PayPal are acting, the way MasterCard and Visa have been acting, none of it spells good news, does it?
Nope. I mean, anything that they're doing right now, none of it smells good to me, man.
No, I'm very much with you on that. Now, what I am curious about, I'm having to check this on another monitor first to make sure that I can pull this up without it showing any details I'd rather it not show, because you know how dangerous that can get. Okay, yeah, that's safe. That's fine. So, if we go here, you get payment method, all that sort of detail. These here are the following payment methods that I can choose in my country. I don't know about PaySafe card, JCB.
Oh, I know what a PaySafe card is. Is
it like a
PaySafe card
where you can put money on it and then you can only set amount that's on there?
So the only bit I know about it, I don't know if there's a physical card you can get or anything. The only bit I know about it is you basically need to go into a shop as if you're getting a phone top up. Yeah. It's essentially a way to limit your spending. Because you have to go into the shop to get a voucher, and then you can only get a certain size. Now, you can get multiple, but there's a lot of time shops might be limited to how many they can print out a day.
Well, you can also do it online.
I don't know what way it works. I just know that I was told by someone that it's basically for people who gamble a lot and it's like a way to help them stop. They could go through that method, but I don't know entirely.
I mean, I suppose it's just a way, if Visa, MasterCard and PayPal want to go, that's fine. We have another option.
Other than that, though, I don't know anything about PaySafe.
Yeah.
And then the rest I've never heard of.
JCB, I'm pretty sure, is a community bank.
Yeah, is that not an old fucking sportswear store, JCB?
I've got no idea. But these are other options we have in the UK, which is at least good. But these three here are the ones making all the decisions and demands and everything else. So fuck them. The problem first came to light about a month ago, but Valve has only now offered an explanation. Really? Oh yeah, I recall this now. Hassles with credit card processors over adult content isn't the only payment headache Steam is facing these days. Valve is also getting grief from PayPal, which is no longer being accepted as a form of payment in much of the world. Going by posts about the problem in the Steam subreddit, the issue was first reported about a month ago. Users attempting to pay for purchases in countries including Switzerland, Poland, Norway, and Mexico received a message saying Steam is temporarily unable to process transactions with this payment method at this time, with no further explanation. The PayPal exclusion seemed to go largely unnoticed outside of discussion on the Steam subreddit, possibly because it seemed sporadic and perhaps also because this was right about the time Steam got caught up with the kerfuffle with Visa and MasterCard over adult content. Valve delisted a substantial number of games after being notified that some of them may violate the rules and standards set forth by the payment processors, and their related card networks and banks. Still fucked off about this entire situation. Some of the Steam subreddit theorised that PayPal problem was connected to the crackdown of NSFW games, and maybe it is, but Valve has now clarified that the issue isn't game content, but the specific currencies being used. Redditor Jeg123 shared a pop-up message that's been displayed when Steam rejects PayPal as a payment method. In early July 2025, PayPal notified Valve that their acquiring bank for payment transactions in certain currencies was immediately terminating the process of any transactions related to Steam. This affects Steam purchases using PayPal in currencies other than Euro, Canadian dollar, GBP, Japanese yen, Australian dollar and USD, the message states. We hope that, to offer PayPal as an option for these currencies in the future, but the timeline is uncertain. We are currently also evaluating adding additional payment methods on Steam for the customers affected by this. In the meantime, please use one of our other current payment methods during checkout. If you can't use any other available options, you can consider adding Steam Wallet to your code, blah blah blah. You know the way. To clarify one potential point of confusion, the currency-based restriction does exclude some EU zones. Steam users in Poland, for instance, which still uses the zloty, I think that's right, as official currency, are unable to use PayPal for Steam purchases despite the country being part of the EU. So, yeah, more payment issues because fun.
Yeah, now it's something just completely different.
Yeah, it's all been good fun lately, mate. It really has. And now we get PlayStation's former CEO calling out subscription services like Xbox Game Pass.
But don't they have the same shit now? Don't they have the exact same thing, just 100 times worse?
We got PlayStation Plus, which basically, yes. So what's that point? I wonder.
They're upset because they're starting to do far better than them.
Probably.
Because of how widespread they are.
Yeah. Former Sony Worldwide Studios boss, Sean Layden, thinks subscription services like Xbox Game Pass are a danger to the industry, and that the model risks turning developers into wage slaves. Your poor developers. We now know how you treat them. In a wide-ranging games industry interview on the state of the industry, Layden compared gaming subscription services unfavourably with music subscription services. While products like Spotify and Apple Music have dramatically undermined physical music sales, musicians, so Layden contends, at least having touring and merchandising as alternative income streams. The problem with gaming is that all we have to have is launch, Layden said. That's it. No one wants to pay money to come to the studio to watch people code. I think your competitors might. The financial impact of subscription services isn't the only drawback of the model, according to Layden. It may also have an adverse effect on developers and creativity. Not to mention that its profitability remains vague. We know it's profitable. We can see that with how the market reacts. You're just trying to make even more profit because you're under pressure by shareholders. We've been over this so many times over this last year, I don't even know what to say anymore on the topic. You can do all...
There's a lot of stuff we've covered many times.
Yeah. You can do all kinds of financial jiggery pokery to sort... for any sort of corporate service to make it look profitable if you wanted to. You take enough costs out and say that's off the balance sheet and oh look, it's profitable now. The real issue for me is on things like Game Pass. Is it healthy for the developer? Subscription service risk turning studios and developers into something akin to a wage slave. They're not creating value, putting it in the marketplace, hoping it explodes, and profit sharing and overages and all that nice stuff, he said. It's just, you pay me X dollars an hour, I built you a game, here you go, put it on your servers. Okay, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, I mean, is the whole point of Game Pass, like if they choose to put their game on Game Pass to begin with, are they not getting money from Xbox for that?
Yeah, they do. They get so much
Because
to like
like
sponsor them.
they can't just be like, yeah, Xbox, we're basically giving you our game for free, and then you make all the money off of it. No, they're going to be getting money, and it's basically if they choose to go through that, they're pretty much guaranteeing players.
Yeah.
So if you're like a if well, I don't know what they do in terms of smaller titles, but if they did stuff like that, it would be a
Oh,
good
they fund.
way. Like it would be honestly, if they would expand it and collaborate with Steam and the amount of indie titles and all that
Oh yeah.
to make it easier to access indie title games and set up a system where if they surpass this many unique players, then they get like a more money off them. You
Mhm.
know?
No, I'm with you.
Like it's still in development realistically.
Yeah,
And
it
it's a
still takes
fantastic
time.
way to go about it. And if you don't pay for Game Pass constantly, you only get it every now and then to test a few games. It's a good way of going about it because you're not spending 50 quid, 70 quid on a game that, let's be honest, lately most of them have been terrible.
Yeah.
And then you need to put more than 2 hours. I love Steam refund policy. It is so good, but you need to put more than 2 hours into a game to really decide if it's good or not for
No, I'm
you
with you.
anyway.
Developers have started to criticize the Game Pass model too. Founder for Arcane Studios, Rafael Colantia, condemned the model in the wake of Microsoft's catastrophic mass layoffs in July. I think Game Pass is an unsustainable model that has been increasingly damaging the industry for a decade, subsidized by Microsoft's infinite money. But at some point, reality has to hit. He said, I don't think Game Pass can coexist with other models. They'll either kill everyone else or give up. Cantor left Arcane in 2017, 4 years before Microsoft acquired it as part of ZeniMax Media. I'm curious, where does he currently work?
Is it not a developer's decision to allow to put their game on Xbox Game Pass?
Yeah, unless you like
So,
work with
well,
in
yeah.
Xbox, obviously.
I mean, well, that's a different fucking story, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Though. But if it's their choice, then if they think it's gonna harm their income, then they just don't do it. Is that not how that's meant to work?
Yeah, pretty much. So where does this guy... Is he just part of a band now and that's about it? Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Stalker 2 to end it off, Will. Stalker 2
Yeah.
news. So basically what
Good,
they
good, good, good.
decided, you know how we covered them basically going through and... give me a sec. Stalker 2, here we are. So we covered their roadmap, yeah? You remember
Hmm.
this?
Oh,
Well, pretty much that roadmap's probably not going to happen now.
okay.
Well, it's not going to hit complete. There's probably going to be stuff that's not going to be completed by the end of this year, but they're going to try for it. The reason is they're going to update the Unreal Engine to version 5.5.4, bringing new features, tools to make the zone an even better place, but more importantly, bringing the latest Unreal 5 optimizations will lead to better stability and performance, which is a massive improvement.
So I don't know if it's Discord, you or me or what, but
Hmm.
you are constantly cutting out for me.
I think that might be Discord being Discord.
It's been the last few weeks is the issue. Are
That's
we on a
something.
different fucking region again?
That's actually possible knowing Discord. Let's see. Are we on a different region or are we not? Because Discord's weird as fuck about it.
I don't go through this stuff enough to actually know.
Oh, we're on automatic again.
Yeah,
Where are we supposed to be? I always forget. Rotterdam.
sure.
Rotterdam's in the Netherlands.
Yeah, that works. I thought maybe it was just something that was just going to be temporary, but it's starting to get too much now.
Save changes and done. Hopefully that improves things.
I hope.
So yeah, basically what's going to happen is they're updating all the servers. They're updating the game engine, sorry, and that's going to hopefully push out some of these optimizations and stability and performance improvements, which
Yeah,
will be
that'd be
amazing.
nice.
Also adds new features for them to play with, which will help build the zone to an even better place.
Yeah.
Which I'm always for. I must
I mean,
admit.
let's be honest. The amount of work they've put in, I think everyone's going to be good for a while to just play the game as it is while they work on that.
Oh yeah, most definitely. So, if GSC Game World has the motto. I think it should be the mad lads are actually doing it.
Hmm.
I like that. Not only did the Ukrainian studio release a killer, albeit admittedly somewhat on fire, game with Stalker 2, under some of the grimmest imaginable conditions last year, it's now decided to go ahead and just upgrade the entire Unreal Engine 5 basis.
The whole damn thing runs on.
runs on. There, yeah. Sorry, that didn't
Yeah,
look right at first.
weird way to word it.
Yeah, just a tad. So says Stalker 2's roadmap for Q3 and Q4, released yesterday. Right now, Stalker 2 uses Unreal Engine 5.1, but top of GSC's list of bullet points for the year to come is engine update to Unreal Engine 5.5.4 for optimization. That's not the bleeding edge version of Epic's engine. That would be 5.6, but it is a recent one. It only hit last March. If I'm right, it's because that's the most stable version out at the moment. Until 5.6 stops getting updates and is stabilised completely. Our Stalker 2 performance testing encountered a fair bit of hitches and stuttering when the game came out, and even many patches in, it's still relatively common to see players lamenting performance issues online. With any luck, a big ol' engine update will see a marked decrease in those complaints. This will bring new features and tools to make our zone an even better place, says GSC, but more importantly, bring the latest Unreal Engine 5 optimizations will lead to better stability and performance, which is what we're after.
Absolutely.
I mean, how long has it been? It has been a while.
Must be around a year.
Oh yeah, we're definitely approaching it. I think it was November 24?
It is rough as well, but like the specs are as high as they are.
Yeah.
Because if you don't meet the recommended, it doesn't run very well, period.
Yeah. So let's just hope that they can do it. As the top guy says here, this is crazy. If they manage to pull it off, it'll be huge. Remarks Fishy Sardines 99. A trusted name if I've ever heard one. Yeah, I agree with that. This is so unexpected, concurs Tramplex Real. As a game dev myself, engine updates are always painful in any projects. Glad that they will be doing it. Maybe I will finally be able to play the game with proper frames. Meanwhile, over on the Stalker Discord, GSC dev even suggests there is a chance we can have even Unreal Engine 5.6, but that will all depend on testing. After all, the engine update is a very serious and tricky task. I wouldn't hold my breath for that one, but it's kind of a wild GSC is even considering it.
Do they even have like a rough like idea of how much it's going to change? Because like what's an engine update going to change in terms of performance?
It can change everything, to be honest with you. It really can. It can be a difference between night and day for everything, because the older versions of the engines can have catastrophic issues with memory leak issues, all sorts of different things. Whereas the newer ones will have fixed a lot of problems over the years. I think, if I recall correctly, just the difference between 5.1 and 5.2, there was over 200 fixes.
Okay.
This is going from 5.1 all the way up to 5.5, I think it said.
I was looking at the Stalker 2 page, the store page there to see their specs, and I'm only now realizing the huge difference between the recommended and minimum GPU. The recommended is is a 3070 Ti.
Yeah.
The minimum is a 1060.
Jesus Christ. Just to tell you how insane the actual difference is, Unreal Engine 5.1 is what they built it on. They're updating to Unreal Engine 5.5.4.
What's the age difference between those?
So 5.1 released on the 15th
so
of
a couple
November
of years
2022,
at least,
and 5.5.4 released 11th of March 2025.
So almost 3 years. Okay, I am excited because I loved playing Stalker 2, and because it was the first experience, the frame rate wasn't particularly an issue. Plus, there was a lot less than there is now, like the A Life, for example. so frames were a bit easier to get higher.
Yeah. By
Not
the
by
way,
much, but higher. Oh
this
my
is just
god, that's a lot.
5.54's updates for the engine.
Jesus.
And that's actually quite impressive. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see, and hopefully it can finally do them some good.
Yeah.
Updating Unreal Engine 5 isn't Stalker 2's only goal for the rest of the year, though it's definitely the biggest. On top of that, the studio also promises to introduce a bunch of night vision devices, binoculars,
That
more
would be
updates
nice.
to air life, new anomalies, a rework of stash loot. Hopefully, it'll be worth it to go out of your way for them now. A UI fixes on top of other things. It all sounds amazing to me. I really liked Stalker 2 when it was out. It was an amazing game. Yeah, it was a bit of a wreck on release, considering
It
everything
is
that
an
was.
amazing game, though.
Yeah,
I have to say though, I would like something for night in terms of night vision or something because anytime it's nighttime, I basically just went to sleep.
yeah. No, I was saying.
But with that game being the way it is, like you want daytime, so it's nice and bright, so you can see like what you're looking at, because it's just nice to look at.
Yeah.
It's nothing flashy, it's not insane, it's just nice to look at.
No, I'm with you.
But unfortunately, the frame rate being as rough it is, like I'm only on a 3060, and the recommended is a 3070 Ti.
Yeah.
That was for high resolution at 1440p, and I play on 1440p. With a 3060, I was struggling to get 40 FPS.
No, I'm with
That's
you
just
100%.
not playable for me.
No. For me, I can sort of get through it, but you do struggle
Nah,
quite a bit.
it for me it ruins the experience a lot.
Yeah.
Like I very much enjoy going through games, especially when playing single player, and just taking heads off. And it's hard to do that at 60 FPS because even 60 is just quite rough these days.
No, I get that. But no, that's everything I had to talk about this week. Well, the main topics, anyways, because there was, a few little bits, as you know yourself, Will.
Quite a lot.
Yeah, there's been so much that has gone off the last 2 weeks. At the end of last week, when we decided, basically, yeah, we can't do this week, we were talking about this, and I said to you then, like, next week should literally just be a continuation of this week. Nothing happened last weekend other than talking about Battlefield 6, because Battlefield 6 was doing really well. And then
Yep.
on about Friday, I think it was, everything flipped on its head.
Yeah.
And since
One
then,
one thing I did see is, which I have to agree with, and I am worried, is at what point are EA going to ruin Battlefield 6?
yeah, that's the big question.
It's sort of just waiting to see just what they're gonna do. That just kind of ruins it.
That's the big question that everyone's still got in their mind. It'll take a lot for EA to truly convince people otherwise. I'll be honest.
Yeah. One thing that when you watch Spiffing Brit's video, if you watch it,
Yeah.
one thing you will realize that I've only just realized myself thinking about it, those smaller maps for the rush mode
Yeah.
are going to change a lot when the full game releases because you don't have access to the ladders yet.
That's true. That is very true.
That might change everything,
I forgot about them ladders.
as did I.
Oh, that's an interesting thought, actually. Yeah, because there's a lot more mechanical
'Cause
things
one-
to release.
One of his things he was showing on it is getting up onto the highway in one
Yeah,
of the smaller maps. So that might just be the deciding factor of actually making those maps good.
it may be.
And you did when he was up on, because one from the highway as well, you can traverse around a lot of the tops of the buildings,
Oh, yeah.
and it did open up quite a few like longer sight lines.
It does make you wonder, though, like, yeah, they may have not got as large a maps, but one thing that they do have in comparison to older games is a lot more levels on the maps. So you got a
Yeah.
lot of different floors that you can get onto, a lot of different locations, and I do like that about some of them. So
It adds more map without adding more map, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
No, I'm with
Like
you.
majority of the time with Call of Duty, especially from what I remember now, there were obviously some maps where there was a bit more added, but I'd say majority of the time, most maps you got two different floors,
Yeah,
and you'd be lucky to see a third. And a lot of the time, those different heights, there's a lot of time they wouldn't have sightline on anything other than when they change height.
Yeah.
So the ramp or the stairs or the ladder or whatever that climbs up or down, that's the only time that you would actually be fighting people is at those intersections where you change from either above to below or below to above. Whereas Battlefield, you've got just buildings everywhere and nearly everything is accessible. And if it isn't accessible, you can probably make a hole in it to make it accessible.
Exactly. I am looking forward to seeing what it's like fully released. I don't think I'll be pre-ordering. I think I'll be waiting and seeing. And if it looks good on release, and the reviews are good, and the optimization's as solid as it was in the first week, I'll pick it up. Other than that, I'm fine. But yeah, I think that's everything we've got to discuss then this week.
Yeah.
Perfect. In that case then, I shall end the episode here. Thank you all very much for watching. If you have enjoyed, feel free to like, follow, subscribe, comment, and all that good stuff. And join the Discord. If I don't mention that, Will hit me. He's
We
very
like the
abusive.
Discord.
We do. We like to pop in occasionally, and if anyone's about, it's quite nice. It's chill. But yeah, thank you for watching, and we will see you all next time.
Bye for now, guys. See you next week.